This Thursday at 6 o'clock, it's time for another True Geordie fan poker tournament. And don't forget, it's free to enter and I will be live during the tournament playing with you lot. The prize pool is $1,000 tournament dollars, which will double if we get more than 1,000 of you playing with us. And on top of that, if you knock me out, which someone did last week, as it happens, it wasn't Conor McGregor, you will win another $100 in cash in your account. So if you want to play poker with me, all you have to do is click the link in the description below, download GG Poker. So once you've downloaded the game on your computer or your phone, simply sign in. It's very easy to do. Go on tournaments, search True Geordie, and then click on that tournament, and the password is double down. So I'll see you there at 6 o'clock on Thursday. Don't forget, send the link to as many of your mates as you can, because the more of you playing, the more tournament dollars we can win. Don't forget, you have to be 18 to play. Terms and conditions apply. Play responsibly, and you have to be in the UK or Ireland to take part. Thanks for watching. Now enjoy the video. Harry Kane. The rumours are flying. We got Real Madrid, Manchester United being the main two he's linked with. Ultimately, we think he wants to leave, and it sounds like he wants to stay in the Premier League to break Alan Shearer's Premier League record. However, Real Madrid are pretty much been in a two-horse race in La Liga. Real Madrid consistently do well in Europe. He could elevate Real Madrid again in Europe. You could make the argument that he would have a greater chance of winning trophies with Real Madrid.
Absolutely.
But with Manchester United, you're guaranteed the Premier League record for the time being. What do we think will happen, and what do we think he should do?
I'd like to hear from non-Man United fans on this one.
Why wouldn't you go to Real? Like, they need to replace Benzema. Like, why wouldn't you go there? That's surely like the best option for him, and he can come back and beat the record.
Can he? Can he?
Why not?
No, man.
How old is he?
Haaland might have broken it till then.
He's nearly 30. I think that he has to make a priority in his head of what is more important. And with Manchester United, obviously, they are still in transition. And I think he will level them up to a point where, look, Harry Kane basically gets them a lot closer to a title challenge. I don't know if you can win the title.
If we sign him and Declan Rice, you think we can't win the title?
I think that then it's serious. That's a serious duo.
No. Wait, we can't. Do you
what about Mason Mount and Kane?
You can.
It seems like Mason.
If you say Harry
you're not getting
Kane,
both.
and I'm just saying, if we said Harry Kane and Declan Rice, you still think we can't win the title?
No.
Damn.
If you got David here and go, probably not. I can't lie.
No, but wait, Kane, he's gone. He said he's number one.
No, you could then, yeah.
I still feel like I said this before. I feel like Man United have a culture problem, and we keep ignoring the fact here that they have tons and tons of players near the ending of their career. They have a lot. I don't even know what the homogeny of the team is, because it's made up of so many random parts of players. And you got like Fernandes, who thinks is like his club, and then you've got Varane, who hasn't really worked out in the leader that you want. You feel like you're going to replace him right now. No, but you're replacing him.
He's been good this season.
No, but you're literally replacing him. You're bringing in Kim and Jae. You're replacing him.
We're replacing Harry Maguire, bro.
No, you're replacing him.
We're talking about many competitions, and we run out of steam.
Okay,
so we need it.
For context, Manchester United finished 9 points behind Arsenal. Harry Kane scored 30 goals for Spurs. That is going to have a major impact.
And we have no striker that anyone wants. Not even lower teams will touch.
But that 30
with a barge pole, bro.
That 30 goals that he scored isn't going to be added to Rashford's 30, whatever goals he scored.
Wait, you're telling
They're
me
going to
Bruno
be split.
Fernandes, the highest chance creator, is not going to find Harry Kane?
You're not going to get Bruno on 20.
Bruno's not going to find
Rashford
Harry Kane.
Hold on. You're not going to get Bruno on 20, Rashford on 30, Kane on 30, and we're going to win the league. That's not how football works.
I'm saying, but Kane scores 30 goals. We can give it.
Yeah, but then that's coming off of Rashford's lot. That's coming off of Fernandez's lot. That's not coming out of nowhere.
They'll get more, because I'm saying what Kane allows us to do is...
that's not how football works. So you believe those three players are going to get 75 goals or 80 goals between them, and so then they're going to win the league?
I'm saying that the chances that Bruno creates for these dead strikers...
Is that his thing? Bruno the creator?
Okay, that's crazy, bro.
Come on.
He's a selfish player. He's not a healthy part of your culture of your team.
I agree to an extent, but he's a creator.
Right. Just me and you pretend he's not here.
Fucking hell, kid.
Did you bring him in just for the quota?
Oh, really? Is that right?
I need to ask, because he's moving mad. I want to know. Brian, don't
start on me. I've had enough shit off the internet, all right?
It's a safe space. It's a safe space. He's moving.
No. Look, I'm
gonna
thinking.
be his last day.
For me personally, if I'm Harry Kane, I'm going for medals because records will be broken. Medals are set in stone.
Yeah.
And one other thing is, Daniel Levy actually is a nightmare, but he has done business with Modric, Gareth Bale. He's sold players to Real Madrid, and also for me, there's a prestige in playing for Real Madrid. I personally feel like they're the biggest club in world football. And when you look at, is winning La Liga going to be viewed as the same as a Premier League medal in years and years to come? I think it's up there.
Yes.
It's about the same. And also, there's
League.
every chance he could win a Champions League medal. With Vinicius Jr. feeding him, with Modric feeding him in the middle. Yeah.
Tchouaméni.
I never even thought about Bellingham. I never even thought about
What we're
Bellingham.
forgetting about here, guys, is we're forgetting about Daniel Levy. Like, Daniel Levy is basically going to decide where Kane goes. It's as simple as that.
One thing I'll say,
he's got a sanction.
He has to sanction the sale.
I would not be surprised.
He would be mental to let him go on a free. Imagine letting Harry Kane go on a free.
I think they might, though.
Why? Yeah,
I think they might. And I'll tell you why, because he's a massive part of their brand. I went to the stadium for the Beyonce thing. He's everywhere. He's plastered everywhere on walls and everything. He's got like a. It was a good. It's a very good stadium. We admit. It's a very good stadium. So I was thinking of being.
He has also been in the kit launch, so you're right.
Yeah, and also like he's got this massive wall where it's a massive like painted photo of him with like a QR code you can take a photo of. It's crazy, right? So Harry Kane's a massive part of their brand. You take it out of them. Who do they have in terms of the shirt seller? And also, and I'm saying this, it's as mad, right? I think Spurs next year, and maybe not Champions League football, but they might have an outside chance of European football because I think their appointment is very good, and Ange Postecoglou, I think he is.
Spurs?
Yeah, and also one game a week.
Tottenham?
Yeah.
No, I feel like he's taking the drugs that I took earlier.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm happy to say Arsenal will be up in the Champions League.
I'm glad you
Spurs.
No, hear me out. I'm not
I'm a man of integrity.
What have I done, though? What have I done?
No, but that's drugs. That's drugs.
If you're Harry Kane though, and you're wanting to preserve that relationship with the Spurs fans, to move to Real Madrid, you know you do that.
Of course, yeah.
They won't be upset of it. For moving to Man United.
No, but they'll be a lot less upset if you're not playing against them in the Premier League, and you're then it's the most inoffensive move.
Yeah,
You can always love them.
I feel like if I was him, if I was Kane, I'd want to go to Manchester United. What I think is best for the league is that he leaves the league for all of us, for all the rival fans.
Yeah.
But I feel like for football, him going to Kane and going to Real Madrid and then going on and like winning titles and Champions Leagues
beautiful
would be an amazing story for him as an individual. But if I was him and I wanted to finish the goal scoring thing and try and get a trophy, I would join Man United.
You think his chances of getting a trophy are better or worse at Manchester United or Real Madrid?
No, it's better at Real Madrid, but I think if he wants the Premier League goal scoring title and he wants to win a trophy, I would go Manchester United because I think I can get more out.
And he still looks. What happens if he comes to Man United? He will still be accepted at Spurs. As in, when he goes home, he will always be a Spurs legend. I think he'll be something that we borrow. Yeah, he's someone that will borrow. Say, "Oh, thank you for the great years." And if he helped us win something after all the years in the doldrum, he's still always be kind of like Mata is always welcome back at Chelsea, regardless of.
I think Teddy Sheringham had a similar thing with Spurs and Man United.
That's crazy. Harry Kane's such a good player. Teddy Sheringham's a very good player, but he deserves to be in a higher category.
No, I just mean in that.
It is crazy.
Teddy Sheringham won the Champions League.
Exactly, but Kane's a better player, right?
Yeah. If you're our greatest ever goal scorer, I don't want you playing against us in the league that we're in.
You could be happy. I think it's one of those things where if he moves to a bigger club, sometimes you say, "Look, we've let him down. He's given like he could have been in this team tonight. He could have been playing in this game, and he's not. They've ruined his chances of winning." Multiple titles at Man City.
Levy turned it down, mate. Levy turned
the
offer down.
I really don't understand the
£100 million.
logic in him, though, thinking if he's got that thing of Premier League goal scoring record versus titles with Real Madrid, I pick the titles every time because I'm watching Erling Haaland thinking that man is going to chew your goal scoring record up so quick. He is going to.
He's not going to stay.
I feel like he is.
Look, guys, you said it already, or unless you lot are contradicting your argument, because you told me Saudi league is incredible. Yeah, so either Saudi pulls up, or the Real Madrid, or the Barca's of this world pull up, because when you're that great.
Can Real Madrid Barca afford?
Can Real Madrid make a way?
No, Real Madrid
Wait,
probably can afford him in 2 years.
Can make a way?
I feel like Real Madrid can afford him in 2 years for sure. I don't know if he has the desire to go, only if Pep disappears and he feels like the Real Madrid project is better. But I feel like staying in Man City, he'll win everything he needs to win. The thing about Scandinavian players, they don't have the cultural thing that like Western European players feel that they have to go to Barcelona and they have to go to Real Madrid.
I hear that, the Scandinavian thing, but everyone knows those two shirts. Again, as I said, I went on a tour. I went on just a light tour of the Bernabeu and stuff like that. I saw things, yeah? And I understand why it only takes about 15 to 20 minutes to decide you're signing for Real Madrid. He went, remember, Bellingham went to Man United and obviously the chef and that, and the jacuzzis weren't the same, so he didn't want to go there. He saw the Reds were, Merseyside said he's coming. Yeah, he had one sangria. Yeah, they took him on a nice trip, and they saw the complex. The airport is right next to the airport's right next to the training facility. After Champions League games, they go in there. The high ceilings, bro, it's incredible. Champions League's littered all over the place. Everyone's a legend. When you look around, all of their players are legendary.
I still think Bellingham made an error and a misjudgment going to Real Madrid at this point. I just fundamentally believe it because I haven't seen 19-year-olds go to the Bernabeu and go have a 10-year career at the highest level.
Oh, you think of the Odegaard experience?
Yeah, I feel like what would have been better for him is to go somewhere and go there at 25, 26 and go do 6-7 years. That's my personal view. And I feel like, especially being like looking at all the other young players that have gone there and lost their careers and ended up being squad or going on loan. And I just feel for him, it would have been incredible to go back to England, do 5 years, and then go to Real Madrid and win everything you can win as a man. Because you know what? There's certain clubs that don't have care inside their development. There's no care at the Bernabeu. If you have a struggle mentally in any way, shape, or form, you're wrapped. Same thing for Barcelona. Coutinho didn't even do badly. His stats were actually okay, but he didn't do the level that they thought he should be. He wasn't Neymar, and they literally shred him to bits.
I think you've got a point there,
It's different, though.
Yeah, but I agree. But Marvin, I've seen the culture in Spanish football, and they're not grateful, and their standards are high. So it's like you either perform or you're gone. Like,
do you not think when we saw the Bellingham in that England side, and I know England's maybe not the best measuring stick, but he was a cut above the.
Oh, he's got everything.
He's got the skill.
There's no doubting him.
So did Anelka, to be fair. So many players have gone there, Michael Owen, and are technically on paper good enough to make it. But I just think it's a bit like Chelsea and Man United, and I'm not doing this as a shot. I'm genuinely saying, as a team, if you go in there, if you don't hit the ground running, the fans, the club, the culture do not say that we're going to put our arm around you and find a way to make you play, which is why so many players went to Chelsea and Man United and just fell off the radar.
I feel that a player like Bellingham is gonna thrive in that.
I hope so.
What do you call it? In that space there, he'll be absolutely fine. And what he's taken over from, because you had Cruz, Casemiro, Modric. Finally, it's almost to say it's at the end.
I mean, for England, we're very fortunate that, like, for me, I wouldn't want anyone giving you a lesson of how to be a midfielder more than Modric. I mean, it's a great education for Bellingham.
And Cruz.
Yeah.
They've got to move those guys out now, though, because they've got too many midfielders. They're talking about losing Valverde. Like, that's the quality of player they're going to potentially go. I know.
I think Modric will probably leave by the time the summer is done. I think they will let him go for a lot of money to Saudi Arabia.
Before we move on from Kane, can we all just do, like, by the end of the summer, where do we think Kane is going to be?
Okay. I'm going to say Spurs because I just don't trust Daniel Levy to let him go.
That's shameless if he ends up at Spurs.
I think that would be the most like gutless, selfish thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. Daniel Levy's a businessman, but it's like I actually think it would be worse for Spurs in the long run to get no money out of him. I think take the money and actually and bite the bullet. You are going to have to rebuild. It's like he's just not willing to accept reality.
I'm so with you. And I think if Kane allows it, it lets me know everything about it. If Kane says, I'm going to wait an extra season and leave on a free,
I don't think
just lets me know.
He's a nice guy, though, and he loves the club. And I think he's like, well, they've got me under contract. Do you know what I mean? He's in a difficult...
Can't do that,
he needs to be like, I ain't fucking playing, bro, so sell me. He needs to put his feet in the dig in and go, let me go right now to who I want to go. I've given you everything.
It's Spurs.
And you're going to get 100, what? Nearly 100 million.
Easy.
I think he'll be at Tottenham. I feel like there's no reason why for Tottenham, if they get rid of him now, the gap between what they need is too vast.
He's worried about Postecoglou coming in and having a mountain to climb. And this is exactly what I predicted when I said that Spurs would be mid-table without Harry Kane next season. I actually don't... I think Postecoglou is okay. I've seen a few of his speeches. He seems to have some good fucking kick-ass speeches.
Celtic are
but I mean, look, at the end of the day, we've seen, as Steven Gerrard's proven, Scottish football and managing a Premier League side is fucking black and white, and it's not the same thing.
They say this manager's different. No, they say that. They do say that, and I know obviously I feel that same way.
They said about Potter, mate.
They say Potter just needed the time. And
no, but this is the thing. Like this level that you've got to go.
The jump is massive.
He's got to go from Celtic to the cauldron of.
It's not even. I don't even think it's the same as the Championship to the Premier League. This jump.
And we're not saying he's not a good manager. We're just saying it takes.
So to do that without your best goal scorer and have a full rebuild, and you're relying on Richarlison, it's a big deal, isn't it?
But the quote was about Tottenham going young, right? They're going young, going into their development teams and pulling out players. So I feel like even to get away with that, you need some that you got to buy in because their development team isn't good enough, and they've got a lot of players who just don't really own a particular part of how they play. I don't see how people like Ollie Skip will make sense in the future, or Ben Davies will make sense in the future, or Eric Dyer. They've got a lot of players that they've got to ship out and find. Yeah.
Where do you guys think? Because I don't think you answered. Bavs?
Yeah,
Harry Kane?
I think Spurs as well. I think he'll stay free agent, then come to Arsenal. So Campbell.
Oi.